Mason.
Coach, also you had a lot of time with Florida State and coaching in the ACC. Just what makes the ACC such a strong women's soccer conference?
Gosh, I don't know. I guess just the history of the conference. Having North Carolina, was been at the pinnacle. For years and years. Been been the #1 program. I think probably having them in their conference, and then I don't know. I wish I could tell you what makes them, but they've been good at recruiting talent. They've got a lot of talented players there, and it's just a strong conference overall.
Up front here with Michael.
How's it been managing the mindset of this team? For it's kind of uncharted territory to be where you are, to not get caught up in the excitement of history every win, without losing sight of what the real goal is.
Yeah, I think we've been very good at just taking one game at a time. But with that being said, we didn't shy away from talking about making history. We didn't shy away from showing them the rankings and that kind of stuff. For us, we almost use that as validation of this. Look how good we can be. So for us, it was it's always been about trying to give them more and more confidence and less about trying to knock them back down to earth or keep them humble. For us, it's how can we continue to show them just how good they are. And so that was what we've been doing, and it's worked. So we're gonna keep doing that.
Up front here, front left.
Hey, Coach, obviously you get to this round and everybody's a handful. How do you expect Duke to challenge your team?
Yeah, Duke's an awesome team. Incredibly talented team. In every position, right there. They've got great players in every position. They're a team that unlike our last few opponents, they're not going to just sit back and absorb pressure. They're a team that's going to come out and play, and they like a lot of the ball. They're going to have more territory than teams we've been playing recently. So it'll be a different kind of a challenge. For us, I think there will be more space for us to exploit. So the last few opponents we've played, they've made it difficult for us to kind of get behind them. But because Duke will come out and play, I think it'll allow us, to take advantage of, some of our forwards. Gianna Paul, for example, I think she'll be able to have more success in these games because there will be space to get behind. But should be a back and forth game with both teams, being able to create a lot of opportunities.
Stay on that side with Katie.
So it's supposed to be pretty rainy on Friday. How does that kind of alter or affect the game plan both on offense and defense if that's something you have to deal with?
Yeah, good question. Again, both teams are we're both teams that like the ball and that want to keep possession of the ball, and obviously conditions could make that a little bit more difficult. But both teams are going to be playing in the same conditions, so I guess it's just overall who handles that better. And I think the rain and the weather I think will suit us better.
Come back over to the right with Mike.
Just what can you say about the crowd you've gotten to this point? Obviously, this being the last game, one way or the other. Just what do you expect?
Yeah, incredible crowds. I could have never imagined this. At the start of the season, did not think we would be getting these kind of crowds. But it just goes to show you that Tuscaloosa at the University of Alabama, people want to support winners, and we've won games, and I thought we've done so in an exciting fashion. Leading the country in goals scored, which fans are going to want to see. So I think we've earned the fans that we've gotten, and incredibly grateful for them. And there's no doubt in my mind that they've been a big help. They've helped us win some of these games. The energy and that we're able to feed off of that they provide it's been awesome. So I'm hopeful that the weather doesn't scare them away this Friday night. I don't think it's going to be terribly cold, but it is going to be a little bit wet. But hopefully they still come out because we're gonna need them.
Back up front here, left.
Coach, what are some of your thoughts about the home field advantage that your team has been able to have this season?
Yeah, I think we've been comfortable at home, and even going back to last year, I think we had a nice little run at the end of last season. Playing at home. It's just comfortable to sleep in your own beds, to know the field. I mean, we train on this field every single day, and then going back to the fans, having the support of your fans and being able to feed off that energy. So, we earned the right to host, and I'm certainly glad we did because I think it's going to come in huge for this game.
Stay on the side with Mason.
Two questions, Coach. Since you're making this excellent historic run for Alabama soccer, have any of your former players since you've been here reached out just to say congrats or just checking on the program?
Yeah, it's been awesome. From past alumni, players that I coached over the last couple of years, or even players that were here 10, 15 years ago before I was ever a coach. But had a lot of former soccer players reach out, and then just people from out of the blue, either people I knew in high school or college, or old neighbors in back home, and people in the community. It's been incredible. Just the support and the people that have come out and congratulate us and wish us luck and are following us. So it's been really cool.
Absolutely. And I know you focus on your team. That's been a really good part of your success. But have you given any thought to potentially playing your former school, Florida State, in the College Cup?
A little bit, but like I said, all year long we've focused on one game at a time, and I hadn't even watched any of Duke until we won this past game, and so all of our focus is going to be on Duke and how we're going to beat Duke, but hopefully we get by Duke and then we can kind of start shifting focus to that, but certainly would be pretty cool to play against Florida State, but we got to get by Duke first.
Unless we get any last ones, that'll wrap you up. Okay, Coach, thank you.
I appreciate y'all.